Hello everybody, in today's video we'll be running over the patch that came out today. It is December 10th, 2021 and new patch came out, and for right now I'm seeing that you now get rewards for completing your journals. You get a bunch of tomes of knowledge, which if you've already been fortunate that you would already have you know maxed out runes like me. The Let's quickly run over or run down what is currently in the patch notes. So starting from the top, we have fixed remapping of the left and right mouse button. I don't know anybody has had that problem. They improved rebinding keys. Players, okay, that's just a tip. This says to reset your thing. They did improve click to pathing to make it pathing to doors to make it easier to transition through a door. You can now open and close the map with M. Oh my god, that's so good. I wanted that. Uh, Windowed mode no longer changes focus, which is good. They have 300 more bug fixes and quality of life improvements, some highlighted before. The Poro Idol and Shield Poro are now upgraded as you evolve and progress. So if you guys didn't know, if you buy the game, you get these Poro shields, these right here, which are pretty much only useful for like part of the game. They don't offer anything else. I guess those are okay. Uh, they improve saving and auto saving more often. Okay, saving continue game will now use your most recent save. Okay, that's good. We'll use your most recent save. Combat fixed, unable to target enemies in combat in certain instances. That's really good. Many crashes are fixed across the game. That's great. Fishing to splash VFX, and when reeling in a fish, it's not going to correct duration. Okay, so fishing in this game has always been whack. It's been really hard, so I guess they made it easier to tell, which is great. Enchanting, the delta between current item and potential new item is now displayed when infusing. So if we go to enchantments real quick and we wanted to do this, okay, that is amazing. It will tell you now. Okay, that's crazy. So say we wanted to do Dustblade, it will tell you. Yeah, you're like, say we wanted to do this on, okay, let's see, this item, and you didn't have these. See, if you don't have the item, you can now select. That's great. Okay, so missing icons. So I'm guessing if I went to my, what is it? My map. Let's go to map real quick. So let's see, region map. Territory. Okay. Well, I don't see the enchanting recipes. I don't think they fixed. That's still something that needs to be fixed. Not showing looted correctly. Okay, so like I said, in your maps, if we go to region map, say we were to go actually to the ocean map and went down to, let's see, Shadow Isles, it should say, okay, so yeah, it's saying that I got all the treasures now. Alright, yeah, so I think it is working. If we were to go into these areas and be on the map itself, it would say that you have collected the treasure. So I think that is working properly. These are all map things right now. Various grammar and punctuation, I didn't even notice, maybe because I'm illiterate, but still. UI not updating correctly or getting stuck on display. Okay, that's like fishing and stuff when you fish and you leave. Now portrait, okay. What is this? Equipped items now display portrait. Okay, that's cool. Equipped items now show the enchant icon properly. I didn't have a problem with that. So combat, alright, these are combat fixes. Fix being unable to change targets. Okay, that's great. I like that because there's been many times where I wanted to kill a different mob and it wouldn't target it. Okay. Using Ari's Orb of Deception ability with her rune skin equipped. Okay, so using the rune skins which I'm guessing only a few people have because it's you literally pay like $10 for skins, and they look okay in my opinion. So these, the RE1 specifically, this skin would take longer to do anything with. Like it would show, like if you threw your orb or something, it would take a longer time. Um, so abilities, buff, hazard, enemies descriptions are more accurate. Great. Plunder crabs remain invisible after being revived. I didn't have a problem with that, but that's great. Fixed instances of summon enemies giving EXP when they shouldn't. So I'm guessing the glitch in the graveyard no longer gives more EXP, like double EXP. I'll update that later as soon as I go to the graveyard and see if that is the case. Then that would kind of suck. Summon, okay. Uh, fix hazard disappearing when reviving a hero. Okay. Oh, okay. So I guess when you revived, your hero would no longer be on the screen. Yeah, that was a big issue. Fixed the camera getting stuck between combat and certain situations. I didn't have a problem with that. Fixed overcharge not being awarded until next turn. I didn't have a problem with that. Added can't flee when you're trying to flee during combat scenarios you can't flee from. Oh, that would be. See, that's something I wish they already had in the game because there's been many situations where I was in the like in the area and I got into a thing and I kept pressing flee and I couldn't flee and I didn't know that I couldn't flee. So that's a great one. Where enemies would target champion, but when they attack a different one, I guess just vote again, just targeting combat speed. Okay, so now that's great. Now every time you go into combat, it won't revert you back to 1 speed. It will keep you at 2 speed. Added colored outline to select the target. Okay, good. The colored outline is when you select the target. It will, instead of being just like hovering over the target, it'll have like a color gradient around it. Dungeon fix various interactable items not displaying. Okay, so when you're searching for something, it will show more clearly. That's good. This is another dungeon fixed. Carry on worms getting stuck under Pike's dungeon ability. Okay, so that's pulling the worm that you see in the graveyard that goes underground when you pull them. Uh, okay, so the Vault of Asani has some chests that you can't get, but they show that they're underground. So now they removed it so that you don't see it. Brahm's dungeon ability now properly adds stacks of concussion when entering combat. Okay, cool. That's good. Whenever you press your spacebar or whatever you have it binded to and slam on something, Brahm's ability will now add the concussion instead of not having any concussion when you enter the combat. Uh, okay, so another dungeon one was the puzzles in a purification temple. The lights were not working correctly. I guess they're now working correctly. Um, what is this? Directional markers and Thresh's maze can be interacted with now. I don't even know what that is, but I'm assuming it's important. They fixed a lot of VFX, so we should see a lot of things. Incorrect location names showing up. Okay, that would just be like it's saying right here where you see my mouse hovering. It would say Yasuo there instead of Alawi. Fix various instances with quest breaking or cutscenes. Okay, so this is very, very good. Whenever you would enter combat, or whenever you're trying to leave an area and a mob would go with you and enter combat before you enter the cutscene to go to a different area, it would glitch out and you would no longer be able to play. It would happen everywhere. So if you were trying to fish and right before you go in a fishing spot and a mob hits you and you enter combat, it would break. Or if you were trying to get into a cutscene and a combat, and you got into combat, it would break. They fixed that. Hopefully that is fixed. Um, that is pretty much it. In the bottom of the description, I will leave a link to the patch notes for you to see. This is patch 1.6. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any more like requests or something, I will do it. Just give me some time to get to it. And thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. And see y'all later.